Hello student, welcome to video lecture of class 12th. Myself Abhishek Srivastava. I will teach you mathematics. Now start your first chapter is relation and function. This is your eighth lecture in this chapter. In previous lecture we discussed about composition of function and invertible function and some question related to invertible function. Here we continue some question related to invertible function, that is a question is let function f from n to r defined as fx is equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15 so that f from n to s, where s is the range of f, is invertible. Find the inverse of f. In this question given a function f which is defined from n to r. N is a set of natural number, r is a set of real number, defined as this, so that f from n to s, where s is the range of f, this f is invertible, and find the inverse of f. For proving invertible, first we assume an element in codomain. Now let an element y belongs to s, so y is equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15. For some element x in domain n, which show y is equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15. This can also be written as this form: y is equal to 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. Which convert this into this form? By converting this into this form, you can study in class 10th by the method of CSM, completing square method. Why we convert this into this form? Because in this form we can easily find the value of x in form of y. Now plus 6 transferring this, we get y minus 6 equal to this square, and solving this we get the value of x equal to root y minus 6 minus 3 whole by 2, as y greater than or equal to 6. This is the condition for holding this. Now let us assume a function g from s to n. Why we assume this? Here a function f we can prove invertible, so assume a reverse function g from s to n. So g from s to n defined by gy is equal to root y minus 6 minus 3 whole by 2. Assuming this, after we can solve two format fog and goff. Now goff of x is equal to g of fx, and putting the value of fx, this can also be written as this form: 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6, and we know that value of gy is equal to this. In place of y we putting the value of whole this. Now root y minus 6 can be written as this whole value of y in place of this, and minus 6 minus 3 whole by 2. Minus 6 plus 6 cancel out, we get this. After solving we get x. So g of fx is equal to x, that is identity. Now we move second, fog. Fog of y is equal to f of gy, and putting the value of gy, root y minus 6 minus 3 whole by 2. Now we know that value of fx equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15, which can also be written as this form: 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. In place of x we can put this, so 2 in place of 2, and x we put this form: root y minus 6 minus 3 whole by 2 plus 3 whole square plus 6. This 2 cancel out, minus 3 plus 3 cancel out, and this root square we get this, and solving this we get y. F of gy is equal to y, which also get identity. Hence g of f is equal to in, and f of g is equal to is, identity of natural number, identity of s, which is subset of range of f. This implied that f is invertible, and here inverse of f is g. Now we move to second question. If fx is equal to 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4 and x not equal to 2 by 3, why we written as this form? Here denominator cannot be 0, so this condition here, x not equal to 2 by 3, so that f of fx is equal to x for all x not equal to 2 by 3. What is the inverse of f? Given that fx is equal to this, x not equal to 2 by 3, f of fx we written as f of fx, putting the value of fx this, and f of this, in place of x we put this whole form: 4, this form plus 3, 6, this form minus 4. Solving this we get x. F of fx is equal to x. So this is the identity. So this is also f is invertible. So f of fx equal to x, that is f of f is equal to I, hence f is invertible function, and inverse of f is f, that is itself. Now using this lecture you can solve your homework. Your homework is consider a function f from r to minus 5 to infinity given by fx is equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5, so that f is invertible with f inverse y is equal to root y plus 6 minus 1 whole by 3. Using this lecture you can solve your homework, and also we try your exercise, and this is your last lecture in this chapter. Next lecture we start a new chapter number 2, and you will be prepared for test of chapter number 1. Thank you.